Hi guys, it's Ugu and welcome back to another video. So today I'll be doing the Meet the Booktuber tag. This tag was originally created by What Reads Victoria, and her link will be down below as her original tag. And this tag was created the idea of meeting the booktuber in a more personal way, since she thought that most of us know the booktubers by what they read, but not as a personal level, and she wanted to know the names and some more info. And I think it's a great way to know a little bit more about us. So with no further ado, let's do the first question. What's your name, where do you live, and what is your age? By now you must know that my name is Hugo, I'm 25 years old and I live in Lisbon, Portugal. Question number 2, do you have brothers? No, I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child and I feel comfortable about that. I have a lot of cousins growing up, so closer to my age, so I didn't feel the need to have anyone in home. Question number 3, what do you do for work? As you can know by now the channel name, Scientist Reading World, I'm a scientist. I finished my master's in chemical engineering in 2019 and I work as an investigator in college, and I'm applying to a PhD program to pursue my studies as a PhD level and continue to investigate. But yeah, I'm basically a scientist. Question number 4, do you have kids? No, I'm a little bit too young for that. Question number 5, do you have any pets? Yes, as you can see sometimes on the videos, and especially in the first one that I put here on the channel, I have a cat. His name is Tobias. He will make 2 years now in February. We pick him on the rescue before the lockdown from the COVID-19, so he was a lucky cat that he was able to come home before a major lockdown. And yeah, it's our little boy. Question number 6, can you drive? No. That's a funny story. I paid my first time to take the driver's lesson, and I was studying in university. I was working as a part-time and I didn't have time, so it expired past 2 years. After I finished college, a friend of mine offers me to pay the driving lessons, and I was very excited. I make all the theoretical part. I had the first driving lesson and then the lockdown appeared and we stuck in home from March till June. July I started working in an investigation scholarship for COVID, and I didn't have so much time to go on it. But now I think I'll start doing my driving lessons, and yeah, it's gonna be this year along with booktube. Question number 7, what was your favorite subject at school? So I'm a scientist, and it's not major fact that my favorite subjects were chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology. Everything that was science related, I loved it. I also loved history. I had history till my 9th grade, and I love ancient history. I love modern history. But my favorite subjects were definitely chemistry. Question number 8, what is your favorite color? I tend to like very much blues, like not the lightest one, not the most dark, the more sapphire blue. I really love it. But basically blue. Question number 9, what's your favorite smell? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't tell to remember smells, but maybe homemade cake when it comes out of the oven and comes that smell of baking cake. That's very good. And last question, what is your favorite book or your top 3? It was hard for me to pick just 3, but if you have really to choose, I would say The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I loved that book. If you follow me from the beginning, you know that book was the best of the year for me. I loved Evelyn, I loved the story, I loved the setting on the 50s, 60s. Everything about that book is perfect. I loved it. I understand why it's so hype, why it's so good, and people say only praises. I really loved it. It's a book for life for me. The other book I really think is one of my favorites. It's Misery by Stephen King. I loved Misery. This was one of the best King's work, and I just read like 2 of them, Misery and It. And It, I feel it's like something. Misery had everything, had the drama, had the problems. Annie Wilkes is my favorite villain. She's brilliant, scary but brilliant. Really, it's definitely, if you didn't like King for the fantasy, pick Misery. It's one of the best thrillers ever, definitely. And the last book is House Rules by Jodi Picoult. This was my second book of Jodi Picoult, and was clearly the best of the best. I have another examples. 19 minutes is great, but I think it's because it was one of the first, and this book is so good. If you don't know the story, this follows Jacob, and he has Asperger's syndrome, and we follow also his mother and his younger brother, I think. And since he has syndrome of Asperger, he's very smart, but he lacks a lot of social skills. And when his social skill professor died, they assume he was him. And then we go to court and try to see the stigma about Asperger. And it's a very good depicted book about the Asperger syndrome, and it's huge. Yes, it's the Portuguese edition has it has 600 pages, but you go from the beginning to the end learning more about this syndrome, and it's definitely one of the best Jodi Picoult books. So this was, guys, my Meet the Booktuber tag. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learn a little bit more about me. Make sure you chat with me on the comments about everything you want to know about me, any more questions that you like to know. I'll post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes on Saturday. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.